and welcome back to another episode of The Couch Show. And welcome to the channel, Sibling Rivalry. I'm Lynn. This is Ray.
Welcome back, beautiful people, to YouTube. Another episode. What the hell is that? Is that the storm by you?
That's the storm.
Is that what I'm gonna get later? Oh hell no!
That's
Yo,
headed your way.
We gotta make this show quick because I'm about to lose power again. So yeah, I guess this summer up in Northeast, United States Northeast, it's a wet summer this summer, and like it's been nonstop raining, and being up in the woods when it rains, man, you lose power real quick. So, which I don't mind it because I got batteries and shit to have lights and stuff. It's just internet. You're disconnected from everything. You're like, oh damn.
It's crazy though. The last storm, my power got knocked out.
Knocked out? Yeah, I know. I saw your video, but it wasn't you. I was like, who is this? Hey, Lynn.
Right. I let the Munchkins take over the channel. I was like, sure, go live.
She was just like checking out. I'm like, why would I want to see Walmart security? That's what it felt like. It was like Walmart security. Oh man. So yeah. So we decided the topics within like the last few minutes. That's why we were a little late. So Lynn has no idea what we're talking about. So we're just gonna go run through everything. We're just gonna take her reaction to everything that's going on and call it an episode, right?
Sounds about right.
We haven't been on this. We haven't been on this for a minute though. It's 4th of July weekend. You have any plans for tomorrow? No, because it's gonna rain.
Yeah, this is true, but I'm still trying to barbecue.
Right.
Like today we had a couple hours like between the morning and like the afternoon. It was like late morning. We had a couple hours of like sunshine, so I'm hoping for the same tomorrow. But I have family visiting from out of town, and they've been here all weekend, and it's just been a hectic weekend.
Yeah,
like they
I know.
have 3 children. I have 3 children.
I went to pick up my munchkin, and I was like, man, she had a full house.
Yep.
Like 20 people rolling around.
Yeah, but it's always a great time when you have family around, and yeah, it's actually like a girlfriend from well, you know her, your family too.
Mm-hmm.
But a girlfriend who moved out of town. She moved down south, and I've known her for forever. She was definitely like a grade school friend who I like kept a friendship and then carried it into adulthood, and those relationships are awesome. It feels like when you get back together with them, like you haven't missed a beat.
I do know. I have the same thing on my end, and it's just blessings. It's like we've been so blessed in the fact that we have good family, right? We have a good extended family, and then we also have good friends. Like all of our friends have stuck around, for the most part. Like I know all Lynn's friends, and like she said, I knew them all when they were little in grade school, and when they were like 7, 8 years old, and they're all still friends today.
Yep.
So no, it's cool, but you gotta acknowledge your blessings, right?
Absolutely.
So, that's cool. So when are you taking a trip then? To Carolinas.
What's crazy is I tried going down twice already, and she cancels on her end. She's throwing it out.
Okay.
Okay. So
she just threw her under the bus. She just threw her under the bus. She's about to back it up. She's about to back it up right on her.
It just hasn't worked out yet, but I think that's one car ride I'm willing to take. I'll drive the 10 hours with the kids and just have a great time. Because it's cool too to see our kids interacting together.
So lately, speaking of high school buddies, so I reached out to my buddies, and we're planning on going to because I got a truck. And almost all my friends got either like a Jeep or a truck or something like that. So I started getting really into the whole camping in the truck within the last few years, getting into the whole overlanding, going out there, being one with nature and all that. So I wanted to go to this expo here in the East Coast. And it's like a 4-day thing where you go and you camp out and you see all the vendors and all that stuff like that. And I was like, well, you know what? I know everybody else got a truck, so let me ask and see. So I asked my one buddy, and he was like, yeah, I'm all in. And he ended up like, corralling everybody else to go and be like, yo, we got to go and we got to do this. So I'm excited, but now I'm getting like the itch. I kind of want a new truck now, especially when I saw your girlfriend roll up in that nice new Jeep.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yes.
I was like,
Yo,
Are
with
you
like the
getting the
highlighted
itch?
shocks and everything. Like,
Yeah, are you getting the itch? Because everybody around you got some nice, off-roading vehicles, and you got this like Toyota Corolla. No, that's just- I forgot what your car was. That's why I
no,
was like,
actually, it's more on the Camry level. It's not a
yeah,
Corolla
okay,
level.
okay. But it's still on that same level. It's like base, like
Mhm.
entry level vehicle.
You know what? I can't even say that because I have a Chevy Malibu, and this is my second Chevy. So Chevy's the first like car make that I've gone back to. Um, and it's a really nice car. I feel like the cars are well made. Like, even like when you open the door, it has weight to it. I'm
Hmm.
so sold on the Chevy. Like, I'm such a Chevy girl.
Yeah. Well, get a Chevy truck then. Get one of well, you see, Chevy needs to come with one of those small trucks. So like Ford came out with the Ford Maverick, which is like a really small truck, and
Mhm.
it's like it is selling like hotcakes. Like it's hard to like keep them in stock. Like you gotta be on the on a waiting list to get one and all that. And then Hyundai came out with their little Santa Cruz, the little truck too.
Yeah.
And so these small trucks are kind of like making a comeback. So I feel like, which I mean, I just saw it, it happens. Like when Ford comes out with something, Chevy's definitely going to come out with something. So, Ford came out with the electric truck, right? The Ford Lightning.
Hmm.
And Chevy just announced, their electric version, right, of a truck, right? So I know they're gonna come out with the small truck, and I was like, that's like key for you. Like, you should get that. Like I'm all about getting like letting a truck and getting there like a rooftop tent and all that, and get out there and go.
We'll see, because I would love to go in the direction of a smaller vehicle. I don't like big
Smaller.
cars.
You got kids.
I know, but
Crazy.
like they'll be driving soon, and then we'll have multiple cars. That's my
Where are you gonna
mentality.
put? How are you gonna
I
have
want
that?
a
In
nice
what
little hot rod.
driveway? In what driveway?
I have the space. I could fit 4 cars out there. Thank you.
Can you though?
It'd
Can
be
you
tight.
though?
We'd have to do a lot of Tetris, a lot of moving around.
Yeah,
Like,
don't ever have company because all your company has like huge ass trucks.
yeah, sure. You guys are gonna have
Your
to go park in
neighbor's
the
gonna
park.
hate you. You can't even get to the street. I swear. So we're talking like a lot of inside baseball. We're just trying to get the show going, get the momentum going.
You hear the rain?
Dan, let's get into the first one. So I know you heard about it. We were talking about it, man. We were talking about this like a week ago, as
Mhm.
closing into one of our shows. I know we've been off for like about a week, and I'm sorry because um Mondays, for whatever reason, Mondays is storm day. And so, I let Lynn know like last Monday, like, hey, I'm about to lose power. And sure enough, she ended up losing power. So we didn't do that. And then going into the weekend, what happened? What happened? Why didn't we do a
I was
Thursday
out of
show?
town. I was out of town with a friend, and
Okay.
I was just looking at the time. I was like, man, it's like 2 o'clock.
She's not gonna
Like,
make it. So I was like, don't,
I was like,
be safe, don't
ah.
rush, don't worry about it. So we're back on, we're back live, we're here, rocking with you guys, just want to catch up. But I mean, one of the topics we were talking about, because the news broke, on I think it was our last show, and we were talking about how this is crazy, and it's actually building up steam. This whole like Elon versus, Elon Musk,
Oh
right?
my god,
Billionaire
yes.
versus Mark Zuckerberg. This is
Mhm.
crazy. I can't believe like they like he put it out there like what happened? He like tweeted or something. He like posted on Instagram and something. And he came back and he was like, "Yeah, I'm all for it." And like since then, since like the initial announcement, um, Dana White, the UFC guy, he was like, "I'll promote it." He's like,
Mhm.
We'll make it official. We'll do it everything." Like everybody's all about this fight, and like I'm watching the videos. They're training. I like Zuckerberg freaking activated, his T1000. He's coming in like the
What?
Terminator. He's coming in like the Terminator. I was like, yo, he is not gonna be defeated.
Oh
Let me grab
my
a water
god.
here.
Drunk says, I heard the Italian government wanted to fund the fight. What? Stop.
Not only do they want to fund it, they said they could use the Coliseum.
What's crazy is like that's the vibe this gives me. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so like
Gladiator shit, right?
yes,
And
yes.
that's
Like,
what I was gonna get at.
These two
That's what I
guys,
was
that's who
gonna
you want to see fight.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna get at is that no matter how many people are trying to make society be pacifist and be like, no, we can't have violence. It's like you got to understand that violence is our nature, and we
Mm-hmm.
need an outlet. We need violence. We need sanctioned violence, and we need to know how to like control that violence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this is nothing like this is just like how it was back in the day. I mean, think about like when you watch like medieval movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have the knights going back and forth and they're jousting, right?
Yep.
And everybody's cheering, cheering, cheering. But they don't, they'll lose their shit when that one guy who, royalty or whatever, he gets on there, right? And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm about to do it, right? That's when everybody lose their shit. It's the same thing. It's like when we see celebs, throw down for whatever
Yep.
reason, and this is not even celebs; they're just billionaires that are about to be like, "Yo, we're throwing down. This is crazy." I'm all for it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna go out that night. We should go out that night to like some bar and just like get some wings and just like
Oh my
watch the whole
gosh, I
fight.
know you said that last time, and I think that's a great idea now. Like now that this is building up, like why not? We definitely have to do something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. You know what would be crazy if like
It's
the
like the pay-per-view
draw.
show. Like everyone has to get together,
Exactly.
you watch it at one
Exactly. Like
spot.
UFC 200 or something.
Drunk
Zuck
has
said I'm putting
200 on
200 on
Zuckerberg.
Zuck. Elon's not beating the Android. There's no way. There's no way. Elon's gonna have to like I don't know, he's gonna have to like tap into the force or something and figure out a way to, pull some Jedi mind tricks on that old Android over there because Zuckerberg was built by the CIA, man. There's no way you taking that down.
I
Oh,
like
that's
pull it up
hilarious,
here.
man.
I gotta see this. This is just
Yeah, so what's the
blowing my
latest?
mind
Because
over here.
I mean this story is developing fast, man. It's like it started with like a meme and like a joke, and now it is building up steam.
The Battle of the Billionaires.
Yeah, and
Jeez.
there's clips. I mean, like
No,
the training.
even India today is talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
This is worldwide.
Oh yeah, this is it's gonna stay in the news cycles. The memes are out there. And one thing I told Lynn too, I was like, yo, I want them to go all in. I want to see the training montage. I was like, don't rush this because I want to see back in the day when HBO used to have like the heightened like boxing matches. They used to do like the documentaries where they would be like, yo, they're working in the gym and they hired this guy to like, train them. And like, I want to see all that. I want to see them all like, I want to see them start working out and get freaking like juice, and then they're like ready to fight. It's like, yo, and I want to know what music they're coming out to.
Mhm. That's what I'm
Like
looking forward to. Like I
yeah, the
definitely if
music
there
and
is
then the
this,
hype
I
when
want
they
to see
come.
like the entry. I love that part. Like especially in wrestling, when I was younger, like that was one of the things I loved. Like their
Oh yeah,
intros
wrestling's
come out
it's
and
always great.
everything.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like you get to know your wrestler and like they have this whole personality and I'd love to see what these two guys will come up with.
Now, and since you're bringing up wrestling, I mean, every time celebrities come in through WWE, they're a draw. Like right now, Bad Bunny, and of course it's Bad Bunny, but he grew up loving wrestling, and he was like, "Yo, I want to be a wrestler," and they had him doing matches, and every time he does a match, it's like it just brings more eyeballs in the door.
Yeah.
Over the weekend there was another there was Money in the Bank. There was a WWE event, and Logan Paul, you know, YouTube sensation Logan Paul, right? He was there, and once again, it brings either people hate him, right, and they're rooting against him, or they love him, or whatever. But whenever you bring a celebrity, they're just for whatever reason people lose their shit.
It heightens the whole experience.
Yeah, it does. It really does. So yeah, this is crazy. I'm ready for it. I'm like, yo, when they gonna sign the date? I'm telling you, we gotta leave that mark it on the calendars, leave it open. We're going out that night. And we're gonna see that shit live, and everybody gonna talk about it too. They're gonna be like, where were you when Elon fought Zuckerberg? I was like, oh shit, I remember right. We went to the bar, man. We got some wings. It was crazy.
So is it happening? Do they have a date yet?
I don't think they do.
Okay. So I was thinking like, we were gonna say like, do you remember in 23 when they fought? Like we're gonna remember the year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. And what would be really cool? And I don't know if they're gonna do this, but it would be cool if they could get like other celebs to kind of do like the undercard, because you know how every event like they kind of build it up, right? So they have like 5 fights before the main event. Like they
Yeah.
should do something like that. Like some like build it up. Like you know them from The Bachelorette, and they were always fighting. Now they're taking it to the ring. Like, oh shit. What was
Yeah,
that one show
we
that?
definitely love seeing that carnage, that, you know, one person against the other. It's just, I don't know, it's the animals in us, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely is. And
Hmm.
well, I mean, it's the reason why like there's people making a shit ton of money on Twitter just posting fights over and over again, and I'm like, this is crazy. And then I'm getting caught in the loop, and I'm like, why am I watching this? There's just violence. Why am I watching this? But you get caught. You get caught on how somebody got that like, oh damn, they took that hit. Oh, remember when we were talking about UFC when they had that little spinoff, the slap fights?
Hmm.
Where they were just smacking each other and
Yes.
knocking each other out. Yeah, it's stupid shit like that. I don't know why, but we need sanctioned violence, man. It's like
Hmm.
no matter how much you try to make us peaceful and try to like dormant us and make us all like neutral and like, oh, hey guys, how's everything going? Like, yeah, you're just gonna build that all up and people are just gonna explode. So anything with the latest news on that? They didn't set a date or anything yet?
No, I didn't see anything on here with a date.
Okay. Damn! I'm fucking scared. I just heard that shit. I was like, no. I'm gonna lose
And
power
the
for like
rain
2
is
days.
coming down.
Oh
It is
god, I'm gonna lose
pouring.
power for 2 days. Trees everywhere. Jeez, man. I like power.
Yeah, I don't
All
know. They
right.
just have like a couple talking points, but
Nothing?
nothing
No
set in
set
stone
date?
yet.
No set date?
Nope,
All right.
nothing set in
All
stone.
right.
They're just
Stay
talking about,
tuned.
you know, like the likelihood of this person, that person.
Yeah, stay tuned. It was funny too because they were like, they took like the top 4 tech billionaires. So they were like, who do you have in like a cage match? And it was like Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook, right? It was Jeff Bezos from Amazon. It was Elon Musk from Tesla, and then Bill Gates. I was like, why do you have Bill Gates in there? And then I was like, oh wait, but Bill Gates is like straight up evil. So I'm like, yeah, he probably like poisoned all of them before he even got into the fight. He's like, there's no way I'm gonna lose. Did you hear about
So
Florida? I
speaking
know we.
on, well, hang on. Speaking of Elon, I did not see this, but on Twitter, you're now limited to the number of tweets you can read.
Yeah, and I heard like there's a new decentralized competition. I
Hmm.
forgot the name of it. I think it's like Blue Skies or something like that. That like their servers crashed because of the demand of people, trying to sign up for their service. And yeah, it happened over the weekend. And I guess it's like how much tweets you can actually see when you're scrolling,
Hmm.
which to me that directly affects me because I'm a consumer of Twitter. I'm not I don't really like posting that much.
Hmm.
Sometimes if there's something like somebody says something stupid, I gotta reply. I can't do stupid. I have to reply, and then of course it gets into, you know, yeah, it gets into
You know what? It's funny. It's funny that's your, you know, reaction to this, because my kind of thought on it is it's also limiting the amount of time that people are going to spend on the app.
yes,
So you can no longer do that mindless, just
right, which to me sounds counterintuitive as a business. Like,
it
why are
may
you
sound
limiting?
counterintuitive, but maybe it's more important. You know, maybe humanity is more important than these like technologies that we have out here. Social media has definitely
I
become out of control. It's a snowball kind of effect. It has such a, you know, tremendous influence on people, on
I
young
get what
people.
and I get what you're saying, but it's not gonna take you know corpo to be like, hey guys, you're doing it wrong. That's not what's gonna happen. It's gonna have to be a natural movement, just like everything else in the past, where
Where
something that
we
was
as like
trending,
consumers says enough.
yeah, exactly, where
Mm-hmm.
something is trending, and then all of a sudden, we're anti the trend.
Mm-hmm.
That's how society is, right? So at some point, it's gonna have to be. where people are just like, I don't want to do that. Like we see it with cell phones, right? Cell
Right.
phones just kept getting smarter and smarter and smarter, and then now there's like a whole section of people who are like, I don't want that.
Hmm.
I want an old fashioned flip phone, right? And there's people doing that right now. They're anti, whatever is trending and whatever is the it thing, right? So that's what it's going to take to change up social media. I mean, that's the way I see it. Corporal's not gonna. Nobody listens to Corporal, right? Plus, they're gonna waver when they start losing money. They're gonna come back.
We lost humanity 10 years ago. Give
Yeah,
me my Twitter
yeah,
back.
that too, right? So when people want something or when they see their competition is running laps around them,
Mhm.
money talks. So they're gonna cave. But
Do you think
it's
it may create almost like an exclusivity?
on Twitter. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to
Right.
limit it to the cheapos, right? And the people who actually pay Twitter Blue. That's the ones who can get unlimited access, right?
Right.
So at first was if you want to be verified, you got to pay for it, $8, right? But now it's like if you want more content, you got to pay $8 for it, right?
Hmm.
Which I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it, because YouTube does that with YouTube Premium, right? I pay for YouTube Premium because I don't want to deal with commercials.
Right.
So it's like if you want to see a video, no matter how long the video may be, you're gonna get bombarded with a shit ton of commercials, which to
Right.
me is the worst when you're trying to watch like a trailer and it's like a minute trailer and you got to watch like a 2 minute commercial. I'm like, oh my jeez, or 2 minutes of commercials, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, I can't do that. That's why I'm like,
One of the streaming services just did that to me recently. I want to
yeah,
say it was Hulu.
Hulu,
Like
yep,
now you have to watch the commercial to watch a
watch
trailer.
a
That's
trailer,
exactly
yep,
what you're talking about. Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, and it's like, and then Hulu will do like three out of, they'll show you like 1 out of 3 ads. So you got to watch 3 commercials to watch like a 60-second trailer to see if this is the movie you want to watch. And then
Yep.
when you decide to watch the movie, guess
You
what?
gotta
Now
watch
you got another
another
5 commercials.
Yep.
So for you not to be bombarded with that, what do you have to do? You got to upgrade. You got to pay more, right? So I think that's what their way of doing it is like, hey, you want more content, you want to enjoy the content, ads are not working, so you gotta pay to play.
Yeah. So the verified thing, I pulled it up here real quick. So over the weekend, he described how the limit would work. So you would be restricted to reading 600 posts per day, and verified accounts would be able to scroll through up to 6,000.
Yeah, you see.
That's a
So
huge difference.
if you want more content, pay to play.
Hmm.
And I think because they're bleeding money, right? They're losing money constantly.
Hmm.
So I feel like there's gonna be more stuff like that where it's gonna be more the stuff you were getting for free.
Hmm.
They're gonna put it behind a paywall.
Yeah. Yeah. Drunk puts it in a great way. He said Twitter is like a living newspaper. I wake up, check trending topics, and see what's happening while I was asleep.
Yeah, it's that, and also it's like the social square too. Like
Hmm.
whatever trending topic, that's what people are talking about. It's almost like back in the day when we were, lived in a little village, and we would just go to the town square to talk about things. That's like it's like the watering hole. It's like the all those things wrapped into an app. So it's like that's the way we get to see, like Drunk said, what's trending, what's people talking about. So I mean, I like Twitter. I like Twitter. I just I've seen it so many times in the past where if you don't understand or you don't evolve, you're gonna get left. Something else is gonna come out.
Hmm.
And I said it about Facebook. Something else is gonna be, come out. It's gonna be the better Facebook. Something's gonna come out. It's gonna be the better Twitter. So it's but that's what makes um, our society is so great, right? If you have that idea and you have a way you can make it better, not only can you be the primary app,
Hmm.
but you can also make a shit ton of money out of it, right?
Yeah.
So,
What were you
yeah.
saying about Florida?
Shit. What was I saying about Florida?
Um,
I don't know. I don't remember. There's so many stuff. There's so many stuff
did you hear in Florida? Oh my
Junk said.
gosh, are they doing something against like LGBTQ again? Because they're not about it down there.
No, what I did hear was that they're changing the alimony laws.
Okay.
So they're getting rid of forever alimony. Which I listen, I
Okay.
always said that. I was like, most marriages don't really last that long. I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand why we have forever alimony. It should be something
Mm-hmm.
where you're an able body, right? We're equal. Supposedly by law, we're equal, right? Why not give them a head start and make it 5 years, right? You pay alimony for 5 years, and
Mm-hmm.
each year it goes down by like 20%. So the
Right.
first year is 100%, and the next year is 80%, and that motivates you to start getting out there and be a working body.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's selective equality. I don't get it. Like, you want equality to be in the workforce, right? But then when it comes to a divorce, you're like, oh, I'm so helpless. Please give
Mm-hmm.
me money. Like, I don't, I don't get it. So Florida is changing it, but I think the reason why it's changing it is not for the betterment of men. Men don't
Mm-hmm.
get it crooked. It's because women out here are starting to make a lot more money.
Mm.
And how are they making more money?
Okay.
Especially in Florida, in Miami, OnlyFans, right? They're out there showing that ass and they're making that paper. So
Mm-hmm.
they're definitely changing the laws to what? Safeguard their money. Don't get it twisted. Don't think they're doing anything for you.
Damn. When you put it that way.
Yeah, they don't want some broke mofo taking all their money. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it at that. I was gonna say something, I stopped myself. I caught myself. I caught myself. I was like, oh, wait, where are we right now? We're on YouTube. I forgot. We gotta go on Rumble. I can go a little wild.
I'm definitely picking up what you're putting down, though. I definitely understood what you're saying.
Oh man.
It's funny because like
Yo.
that's the exact argument. Like for women, it's like, um, for men, if you divorce a woman and then she gets to like, she gets half and she has that for forever kind of thing. Like, yeah, they don't want like a woman just coming
Hey,
in and
the
taking all the
thing that
money.
gets me too, because I was talking about this over the weekend with my buddies when we went out on Saturday, and the thing that gets me, because they're young guys, so they still got the twinkle in their eyes, and they still believe the Disney lies, right, and all that stuff. And the thing that gets me is they're like, so wait, why do they get alimony for so long, right? Why? You know, and I'm like, because you got them accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
Style.
So
Yeah.
after you leave, they are allowed to maintain that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And then it dawned on them, and they were like, "But wait a minute, you're not maintaining. What about your lifestyle?" And I was like, "It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You were born with a penis. It doesn't matter. It's her lifestyle."
Cold
And
hard
so
truth.
and so they're like, but I don't like, if she was at home and she was cooking, she was cleaning, you know, she was giving me a little loving here and there. Like, I don't get none of that. I was like, yeah, exactly. But you still gotta pay that lifestyle you were affording her. So yeah, this is why I tell everybody, like, stop leading with your wallet, act like you're
Mm-hmm.
broke, and then all of a sudden, after 20 years, be like, ha ha, I got you, or some shit. Like, I fooled you. You do love me. Like, stop leading with your wallet,
Damn, 20
because
years? We should
you're
pull
gonna
up
get
like
finesse out
what's the
here.
average? Hang on. How long does the average marriage last?
Like 5, and half that time they're breaking up.
Right.
Like, the average marriage probably goes 3 to 5 years.
This is the average length of a first marriage in the US is around 7 years. So
Mm.
you wouldn't even be happy with 10 years. You're just like 20. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, she stuck around. She stuck around. So now you could be like, I can't do this no more. I got money now. Like, no, because like guys out here leading with their wallet, because that's what they were told. Be that gentleman, right? Be the gentleman. Pay for dinner. Do this. Do that. You know. And that's the thing. Like, shaming. I always say, like, we need to bring shaming back in society, but really we need to bring shaming back for women, because men still get shamed all the time, right? Like, oh, how can you have your wife work? Oh, you're such a deadbeat husband. You should be the one paying all her bills, right?
Mhm.
All that bullshit, right? And so it's like,
I mean,
like
not
you
her
know,
bills, your household bills.
it's her bills too, because she's bringing her gender study degree, debt over to the marriage. Guess who's paying that? Guess who's paying that? Anywho, you see, we got off on a tangent again. Let's pull up France. Google it. It's burning. France is burning.
Is that really what I'm thinking right
I thought maybe like their sports team lost the game or something, and like they flipped cars over and shit. Because they flip cars for anything over in France.
now?
But I was seeing it on Twitter and the feed, like the clips and everything's like on fire. I was like, it's going crazy over there. I have no
Yeah,
idea why
France
though.
riots.
Yeah, I have
Right,
no
picture
idea
it.
why they're rioting like crazy over there.
Well, it's
Well, an
12
article. Let's
hours
see what's
ago.
going on.
This violence eases as grandmother of teen shot. Wait a minute.
Yeah. So why are they losing their shit over there?
Jasper Philipson wins stage 3 as it happened. Tour de France.
Oh, who
Right.
was the 17-year-old shot in France? So it was a 17-year-old kid. Look at that one down in the second one. Yeah, I was just seeing the clips and like it's bad over there. It looks like a war zone.
Yeah, 2 days ago. So massive protests and riots rocketed across France, especially in the neighborhood of Nanterre in Paris. After the killing of a 17-year-old teenager by a police officer during a traffic stop.
Mm.
He was of Algerian origin. He was shot at point blank range in the chest on Tuesday.
Mm. Hey, you know
Ooh.
what? As Americans, we're vindicated now because the world wants to make it seem like we're the only racist ones, right? Or we're the only ones that have this kind of like this stuff going here, gun violence and all this stuff here in the U.S. And it's like, no, it's not even. It's not even what you see. It's everything is getting sensationalized, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's only certain things that make the headlines, right?
Yes.
Because there's violence going on in urban cities every weekend, every single day, right? But nobody talks about that. Nobody, that's not brought on CNN, that's not brought on Fox, that's not brought on any of, your mainstream medias. Nobody talks about that stuff. It's only once in a while when, a certain story fits a narrative that they want to bring
That's
that
when it's
narrative out.
everywhere. And then
Yeah.
every outlet has it. It's a
Yeah.
huge story.
So maybe now that somebody else is seeing, there's violence and these riots, who knows? Maybe these leaders will come out and be like, yo, maybe we need to stop sensationalizing this stuff.
Wow. All I know is people are saying this is France's George Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. And that's what it seems like. Like but it seems like it's a lot worse because, I mean, they're going in.
Mm-hmm.
Like the clips I saw on Twitter, it's bad. Molotov cocktails and all sorts. Like
in France,
like,
you know what?
bad.
There are people, they get up and they riot when they don't like what's
They
going
do.
on. That's their culture.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But they always do it. It's the people that, they do it against the government. Like if the government passes a law they don't like, they go and they'll lose their shit until the government, changes that law, right? It's different when it's like, once again, it's tied into these narratives, right? Because listen, my heart goes out to the kid, right?
And his family.
Yeah, because, as a dad, I wouldn't want my kid, to be shot senselessly, right? But in the same sense, I hope my kid would not be put in that predicament because, hopefully I raised him better,
right,
to conduct himself in a better way, right? But once again, this is happening all the time, all over the world, and it's it's the news that brings it to all these eyes that gets people riled up, right? It's the way they spin it, it's the way they say it that gets people triggered to get them outraged, to get them, out in the streets to cause all this chaos. So I don't know. It breaks my heart, but like I said, it's as an American seeing it in other places. I'm hoping now, we can start saying like, oh, it's not just in the U.S. And you know what? Maybe there's something more we need to look into. Right? Maybe CNN and MSNBC and all these news channels. Maybe you got to turn down your rhetoric. You got to stop getting people all emotional and shit. Because they've been doing this for like 30 years now.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to bring back the social media thing. I think we need limits on our social media. Well, I
But
mean,
you're giving kudos to Elon.
well,
You're like, good job,
he's
Elon.
restrained. Like, come on, it's something that like we're not even talking about. People are like oblivious to it. They're just,
Hmm.
zombied out with these devices.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I saw like, one of the things that people do to try to get um like just traffic to your channels, like there's polls, right? People like to put in the polls, be it on Twitter, YouTube, wherever, right? And one of the polls were was which app are you deleting right away off your phone? I think it was like Insta, um YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. And
Hmm.
instantly I picked TikTok, and sure enough, TikTok was like the one that was leading. And like that's the one, I think that's the one that's really like, because it's getting us trained to like that short, quick, like 10-second
Instant
video.
gratification.
Right. And
That
and
just
you're
that
seeing
shot of
things,
dopamine. That's just like ooh, ooh,
right. But
ooh,
it also works the
ooh.
other way too, where you could just get triggered and rage in 10 seconds because you see something and you see it out of context.
Hmm.
You don't see the full story. You don't see what's going on. You just see something and boom, you triggered it. And then, that's, I don't know. To me, TikTok feels like it's that to me seems like a social experiment. Like they're definitely like
Oh, absolutely. I can see
Pavlov's
that.
dog and all that
The
shit. Like
first
they're
thing I
training
thought was,
people.
the bell, the when they
Yeah.
like teach people how to like react, or they teach animals or
Hmm.
anybody what
Right.
action they want to happen when this occurs.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. And I think they're doing that. They're doing it, and they've been doing it. And so I don't have TikTok on my phone. I think I started when the lockdown started.
Hmm.
That's when I installed the app, and then I realized I was like, yo, this thing is just evil, and I just deleted it. And
Yeah.
when I get like people send me TikTok stuff, and I'm like, why you send me that? That with Facebook too. Like people send me Facebook stuff, and I can't see none of that stuff. Like I'll try clicking on it because
Hmm.
depending on the person who sent me, I'm like, all right, let me see what they sent me. And if you don't have the app or if you're not logged in or something, they won't let you see it. So I was like, oh, I guess I can't see it.
Wow.
Good,
Hmm.
good.
IG does that a lot with like the private content. If you share it with somebody who's not following them, they
Yeah,
should have access to it.
yeah. IG does it too. Yeah, and like
Hmm.
you can't just like pull up somebody's page unless you're logged in.
Hmm.
Like you might see one thing, but if you're not logged in or if they don't have it public, you can't see shit.
Yep.
So who knows? Maybe more limits. Maybe you're right. More limits, is better.
Hmm.
Because I don't know. There's a couple of apps that I could live with getting rid of. TikTok, Insta, Facebook.
Hmm.
Actually, like the whole suite of Facebook apps. Can we just get rid of all those? Like WhatsApp and Messenger and all those? Like, I'm so
It's
tired of
funny. I
them.
have them all on my phone, but the
Me
one that
too. For
the
other
one that
people.
really pulls me in is Pinterest. Like I spend hours on Pinterest.
I like Etsy. Etsy's cool.
Hmm.
Pinterest is not bad though. Isn't that like a business? Like you can start selling things on there, kind of like Etsy.
No, I mean Pinterest. It's supposed to be like a board. You're supposed to be just pinning ideas. You're supposed to go to it for inspiration.
Right,
Um,
but isn't it like super creative though?
it is, but what I'm finding is I'm getting caught in the scrolling, and I'm just pinning stuff that I like, and I'm not actually being creative anymore. Like I'm
Now you're
getting that
consuming.
satisfaction by just seeing other people's
Yeah,
creative.
you're getting that dopamine and be like,
Yeah,
oh, that's
I'm
gonna,
like, oh, that's so
and
cool.
it's
Oh, that's
yeah,
so creative. Oh man, I should try that. And I'm
yeah. So
not
it's the
actually
same.
doing it
It's
because
the
I'm not
same
doing
thing.
it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, you know what? In closing, with all the social media, just know when to take a time. Take a break. Just take a break. And even if you need to do it, like maybe put on your phone, right? Like a little alarm that goes and just reminds you, hey, take a break from social media, and just try that. Just try to like, check out sometimes.
You can go into your settings and change settings, set limits, like time limits. Like,
Hmm.
oh, you only want to use this for 1 hour a day.
I see. I wouldn't like that though. That's more like uh, that's more like the stupid chime in my car when it tells me to put on seatbelts. Look, I know I'm gonna put on seatbelts because I value my life and I want to live. But like, stop chiming so much. Like that's so
Mhm.
funny. Like, you're not my mom. Like I bought you in your dumbass truck. Like why are you beeping all the time?
Mhm.
Like no, I don't like that shit. No, see, I rather have it where it's an it's a reminder, and like I make I push myself to have that initiative to say, you know what, I'm putting this down now,
Mhm.
and then
One thing
kind of
I
like
found that
check
helps
out.
me is I made a setting where my phone tells me like every week it gives me like a snapshot of
Hmm.
how much I've been using my phone and like which apps I've been using the most and stuff like that. So that helps because then like week to week I see like, oh, this week I used my phone like an hour and 40 minutes longer than last week, or you
Right.
know, I'm like using my phone 50 minutes less. Like it's nice to see that.
Yeah. But yeah, just trying to make a conscious effort to kind of like remember there was a life, we used to live, a time without this whole tech and social media and all this, and we were fine.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna die. You're gonna survive. You're gonna figure it out. The ingenuity of man, right? Like we can figure shit out. So we can kind of check out sometimes. So that's my tidbit. All right. What else? What else is on the list, Lynn? What else we got to talk about?
Mm, oh, so McDonald's has a special meal right now for somebody's birthday.
Hmm.
The beloved purple dude from McDonald's cartoon characters or whatever. Grimace. Grimace's birthday meal, and it comes with a shake, a milkshake, a purple milkshake.
The Grimace shake, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But then the memes went crazy with it. So let's pull up some of those memes. The memes are going crazy with the. Oh, I like the little snapshot of us right now. It
Mhm.
looks like you said something, and I'm like, oh god, seriously. Mm.
All right, so there's a
So
Grimace shake challenge. What the hell?
yeah, well, my it popped up on my app, and my kid was like so excited to get it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was gonna get it for him because it's cool, a little
Right.
birthday shake and get him some nuggets to go with it, but I think that day we planned on doing it, and his mom came and picked him up and everything, but his mom ended up getting it for him. And he was like, "Oh yeah, it's good. It's like it tasted like birthday cake, right? Because it's
Mm-hmm.
his birthday and everything." And so, but like this thing like took the internet by storm. Like it was just a promotion that McDonald's is trying to do, and all of a sudden, the memes picked it up. There's cartoons. I was just watching a cartoon before we jumped on. About the and his birthday cake, and it's just crazy how it just goes to show like how things can just like go viral. Like we need something like this. We need to come up with a Lynn's birthday cake. What drink is it gonna be? Some kind of tea or something? What is it gonna be, Lynn?
Oh my gosh, what would it be? Damn, I can't do a milkshake because there's already a milkshake.
No, what is it gonna be? Like a tea or something?
I think it'll be the lemonade and iced tea together. The old man
Okay.
drink.
No, that's called Arnold Palmer or whatever that thing
Yep,
is.
one of
That's the
those.
old golf dude. That's the old golf
Yep.
dude. You can't steal
Why
that
can't
from
I
him.
pick that one? That's a
you
perfectly
can't,
good one.
you guys are gonna steal his shit? That's messed up.
All right. So mine would be a pineapple lemonade.
There you go.
All right.
Pina
The line
colada?
between, so I'm gonna read it real quick. The line between hero and villain is paper thin. Something Grimace and McDonald's is learning firsthand. Yada yada. They just released their berry flavored Grimace shake. This is part of like the
Uh-huh.
marketing campaign to celebrate the mascot's birthday. And the energetic response from the fans turned the promotion into a celebration of Grimace as a queer icon, with people dressing in like Blur's cosplay, like they were going all out on social media for the birthday and just creating art of him and the hamburger guy.
Mm-hmm. The hamburger?
Yes, the hamburglar. However, only 2 weeks later, when you search it on like TikTok, it doesn't surface that anymore. Instead, it's bringing up Grimace's shake isn't a purple treat, but rather a deadly concoction that kills
Mm-hmm.
or incapacitates all who dare drink it.
Yep. And that's what the people are like,
Ooh.
no, I don't want to drink it. I don't want to die. But that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy, man. That's crazy.
Ooh, that's terrifying. You know what? Because I did like buy one for my kids. They were like, "Ooh," and it's funny. We pulled into the drive-through, and one of my kids was like, I want a grandma's birthday.
Grandma's
On
birthday.
grandma's birthday meal. And I was like,
Grandma's birthday.
where you're going with that, but you only read the first two letters.
I want a grandma.
Yeah, but I bought the meal and they enjoyed it.
What's funny is like your kids probably don't even know who Grimace is, right? Because like
No,
they don't really
not at all.
advertise
Not
like
at
that.
all. And I mean, like on the screen, you know, in the drive-through, it like flashes a picture of him, so you do like see who it is, but they don't know who the hell that is.
Which you know what's funny is like I think Grimace is like the only mascot they have left because they got rid of Ronald McDonald.
I didn't know that. And the
Yeah,
Hamburglar?
I don't know about the Hamburglar, but I know they got rid of Ronald McDonald.
And wasn't there like a chick? With, like,
The
pink hair or
the fry guys, the little bushies, they were like little bush. Oh, the chick was like a bird. They had her as a
Yes,
bird.
yes.
She might have been a pigeon.
Wow.
or a chicken. I don't know, something like that. She definitely was a bird. No, but yeah, they got rid of Ronald McDonald. So it's crazy that they brought back their mascot, and they're trying to do like this tiny little promotion going on, and then of course here comes the internet. The internet's forever, and they do this like Grimace challenge, and they're just going in like so it's almost like the ice bucket challenge, but like the wrong way though. It's like you're gonna die. You're not gonna get cold. You're gonna die.
There they are.
There they are. Yeah. So they got rid of Ronald
Duck.
McDonald. So yeah, they got rid of Ronald. I think around when the creepy clowns were coming around,
Mm-hmm.
and plus they also like I don't know, there was something about like clowns and kids or something like that. They were like he looks like a pedo, so they got rid of him.
Jeez. Okay.
And then I don't know. Well, apparently they still have Grimace, but I don't know about the other two. I don't know if they got rid of the Hamburglar or what. And you can find you can find the bird, but she's on another site. She's not on McDonald's anymore.
Ooh.
She went to do her own thing.
Ooh.
All right. So is that it? Is that all about Grimace?
Yeah, I'm like looking. I can't
Purple
find anything
Death?
else. All right, so tell me about this indie flop that I know you're the one who likes movies.
Yeah, so like they go well, Indiana Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't know Indiana Jones.
I do know Indiana Jones, like that.
All
Kind
right,
of running
describe him.
and everything, He
Give
wears
us a
like
summary.
hat. He usually has like his like whip on his hip. And
Okay.
Shit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what is he? What does he do?
I know, like I think I don't know if he's like a grave robber or like he just goes and
He's
like
a treasure hunter.
He's a treasure
hunter. He's kind of like Laura. He's like Laura Croft. He's he's like a history teacher during the day, and he goes trying to find these like relics, through history and stuff. And so he'll go through like like these different temples and stuff like that, and like tries to get through the traps and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But so Indiana Jones was iconic, right? He's like one of the big names. The property itself is owned by Lucasfilms, LucasArts, and it was big. Like it was Harrison Ford, other big role outside of like Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so so the fifth movie just released like this weekend, and like it's bombing. It like there's nobody going. And I think they said that they got like 25% of the draw. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the reason like they're saying, I'm reading articles as far as like, why it happened and whatever. And for one thing, you know how I feel about like Lucasfilms, their management, I'm like, you got to change management. You got to spark that creativity again. Mm-hmm. But the thing that I'm hearing over and over again is that nobody wants to see an old Indiana Jones. He's like 80 years old. Nobody wants to see that. It's like you should just let him, right out into the sunset. Like he had his moment, he had his time. And it's funny because the movie itself, it deals with like time travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a perfect time for them to maybe introduce like somebody new to take on as
New
Indiana
or
Jones,
like
right? Like the new, like have like a yeah, like a do like a sequel reboot, right? Something
yeah.
like that. And then kind of like what they did with Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they had like all the older Spider-Mans and they had the new one and they had the three Spider-Mans on screen and everybody loved that movie, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they made a shit ton of money because, they did it nostalgia, but they did it the right way. As with this, it was like they didn't think of that,
They just
right?
made
They didn't
another
think
old
of
movie.
yeah, they just made another old dude on the screen. Like he can't, like he should just be like, I'm getting too old for this shit. Like he just said that or something. But I don't know. Yeah, the movie's a dud, and to me, it's so shocking to think that I would ever see an Indiana Jones movie just flop.
Mm.
So, but on that note,
Damn.
yeah, poor Indy man, they did him dirty. I don't know, and they did him dirty too in Star Wars. Like, what is it? Why do they keep doing Harrison Ford? Like, it's like is Kathleen Kennedy like? Did she had a crush on him, and did he like? Did he like turned her
He shut
down
her
or
down.
something? Yeah, he shot her down, and
He didn't
now
even
like
notice. He didn't even notice that she was trying.
yeah, and now in his old age, she's just like ruining all his characters. She ruined Han
Damn.
Solo. She ruined Indiana Jones. It's like, damn, you're like destroying Harrison Ford's legacy. That's messed up, man.
Which is crazy. So when you were like, "Oh, indie flop," I was like, "Oh, I guess there's like an indie movie." You know how like the indie shows are all on Netflix and stuff. Like
Oh
that's where
yeah, yeah,
I wasn't expecting no Indiana Jones. Like I
yeah.
hadn't even heard about it.
Are you watching any shows?
No, I'm doing really good at staying away from the TV. Like school's out,
Really?
summer's here, and we're just out and about trying to do stuff.
I've been getting into a lot of Apple TV and their
Hmm.
shows, and they actually got good quality. I feel like they might be the next one to give HBO a run for their money
Hmm.
with their shows and movies and whatnot. And there was also rumors that Apple might be buying a studio too.
Hmm.
And I think if they do, I think it would be cool if they bought like Paramount
Hmm.
because Paramount's doing pretty good too. They just did what was it Top Gun, right? The
Hmm.
Top Gun movies, and like I feel like they have like a really good catalog that would complement Apple if they're trying to go down the that direction, right? But I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to see that stuff like that. Like when corporations make moves and make plays like that.
Right. It's also
So,
crazy to look like back at how far they've come and like to see what each of these corporations moves were. You know, it's almost like a chess
well,
game, and you gotta see like what happens with each move.
yeah. And what's crazy is like it's also not just about money either. It's about, that creative vision, right? And I keep
Hmm.
saying it over and over. You got to have that creative vision because, we're talking about Apple, right? And of course, when you talk about Apple, we talk about Steve Jobs. And one of the other things that Steve Jobs, was pivotal in was with Pixar, right? And he was pivotal with the whole start of Pixar and just those early years of how great Pixar was. And now there's a new Pixar movie and nobody's talking about it. And
Mm.
there's even talks about Pixar as a studio might be shutting down.
Oh wow,
That's crazy. That's
wow.
crazy. Toy Story, Monster Inc.,
Hmm.
Finding Nemo, right? What's some other Pixar movies? Come on, name them all. That's crazy.
I can't name them. I don't know them like that, but I've seen every one of them.
They're like iconic movies, right? Inside Out, right? Freaking Wally, right? All these like really big
Damn, they're on
iconic movies,
all of
and
these. Yeah.
they're talking about their studio might be getting shut down
Hmm.
because they're not the big draw anymore, and that the people who still work there they might just get absorbed with you know big Disney, like big Disney animation,
Hmm.
and as a studio, because their creativity has a their the 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 guy I forgot what his name was, but he was the one who was like pivotal with Pixar as far as he was the visionary, right? He could see it. He was like, hey, this is what the direction we're gonna go, and this is what we're gonna do. And like he had that whole big where they would come together and they would kind of be like, all right, what's our ideas? Everybody does their pitch, and then they would storyboard it, right? And they would work on the story to give you that level, like they would go over and over and over and over to get you that quality that, bring you that Toy Story, right? Bring you, that Wally movie, right? And they're not doing that anymore, right? They lost that luster, they lost that magic, and I think Disney overall is losing that.
Hmm.
And so I don't know. Disney. I don't think Disney's going to be number one here soon. I think Universal. I think Universal is going to give a nice run for that money. Well, we'll see. Was it what's DreamWorks, right? DreamWorks is the one that
Hmm.
does all the other movies, right? Wasn't DreamWorks the one that did Mario too? I think it was DreamWorks that made Mario like $1 billion or something like
I can see that, but yeah, I can't confirm that. I have no idea. I could look it up on the internet.
that. That's what I was kind of getting at.
I was like, I don't
You're not
know.
supposed to say the quiet parts out loud.
It is DreamWorks Mario movie. There you go.
Yes, there you go. There you go. The other studio that actually makes, animation that your kids like to watch. Have you seen the Mario movie? You did see the Mario movie.
Yeah, I did. Yep. And then like I have this whole like Peaches song stuck in my head because it's all over social media. So there we
My
go.
son's always singing that song. Peach, you're so cool.
Peaches, 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 peaches,
The
peaches. Yep.
peaches. Oh, hilarious. All right. On that note, you got anything else?
No, guys, I hope you have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your week. We will see you on Thursday.
Hey, happy Fourth. If you
I
are
forgot.
lucky to not have rain tomorrow,
Hmm.
enjoy some fireworks. Get some barbecue going, and enjoy the ones. Your family, friends. Enjoy your loved ones.
Yeah. The fourth is definitely a good one to just get together with people,
Yeah.
You need that
And
community.
actually, it was funny. I saw this movie the other day, and there was a one line in there. The guy was like, the 4th of July is my favorite holiday. And he was
Hmm.
like, why is the 4th of July your favorite holiday? He was like, because I don't have to buy a gift for anybody. And I
Mm.
was like,
Yeah. Everyone gets together.
I
There's
agree.
food.
That's why I like Thanksgiving, because at Thanksgiving you just come, eat, and that's it.
Hmm.
But yeah, so enjoy it, and we'll see you next time. Be safe, everybody. Love ya.
Adios. Adios y vaya con Dios.